move it. I really have decided I am just going to start talking about things when I want to on this channel about whatever subjects that I feel fit for. And I am a humongous basketball fan. I love the NBA. I've been watching NBA my entire life. Now, I know many of the people who probably been watching this channel don't give a crap about the NBA or basketball or sports, period. But there's got to be a few of y'all that have played ball at some point in time. I see guys in the comments. There's got to be a few of y'all that did more than just game and beat your meat. Some of y'all had to go out there and play some basketball. Well, anyway, All-Star Weekend just happened, and I have a lot of qualms with All-Star Weekend. Now, obviously, these aren't feelings that have just built up. Oh, my God, it hit me today. No, this has been building for a while, just like it's been building with many of the fans. Most people are fed up with All-Star Weekend, and it has to do 1,000% with the players. People keep hating on alien Adam Silver, trying to do his best to just come up and create ideas for these people to play hard. Though I will say, honestly, I think the quickest way to get people to play hard in the All-Star game is just to incentivize the money. You're already paying the top players in the league $50-60 million a year just to play basketball. I mean, if you can't incentivize them in the middle of the season to play one game where the winner takes $1 million per player, I mean, what are we talking about? I know the overhead can at least cover that. Just offer up $1 million and I think you'll see a little bit more effort. But I do applaud him for at least trying to do something different. Because dang it, they aren't trying to play. They're not giving any effort. Everybody gives the analogy of like they play harder in the summer league. It is true. These dudes, when they go into them random gyms that barely can fit their large ass bodies inside of, they play hard up in there. They be playing literally like it's the NBA finals. Like they got something to prove. Nobody in there but them. I've seen the videos, I've seen the clips. It makes no sense. They don't go out there in these all-star games in front of all these people that have paid all this money and they just do nothing. They go out there and enjoy being stared at for about 2.5, 3 hours. Main character complex for 30-something different players down there. Everybody just, which that is what it's meant for. But damn it, go play. Put on a show. Yeah, I'm not saying, shut up and dribble. But yeah, I am kind of saying that at this point in time. Only for tonight. I'm not saying don't, give opinions and views. You can give all those. And I mean, they should be valued just like the rest of us. But tonight, go play ball. Stop sitting around doing nothing on a basketball court. There are plenty of players that would have went out there and I guarantee you would at least gave a tad bit more effort than the entitled people who are written into the All-Star game every year. And these are players that I love. I love LeBron James. I love Steph Curry. I love all those top players in the league. I really do because I just love basketball. But these dudes are killing the game. Draymond Green over here sitting up on the booth talking about that was a 0 out of 10. You are part of the reason why it's a 0 out of 10. Your commissioner's trying his best. You're lucky the commissioner hasn't kicked you up out of basketball. First of all, Draymond, for all the dirty acts that you done did in the league. First of all, I can't stand Draymond Green. I don't have good thoughts about Draymond Green. When I see Draymond Green, I immediately think of violence. I immediately think of violence because he is a person who only likes to pick on people he thinks are soft. People who aren't going to do anything. If you ever notice, all his altercations on the basketball court happen with foreigners. They all happen with, like Rudy Gobert, Nurkic. Yeah, like who are these people? Like they're really going to do something to you? This dude literally about knocked out Yusuf Nurkic in the middle of a game. Steven Adams isn't American. He's Venezuelan, by the way. Like that also counts. When it came to LeBron, oh, no, my bad, man. I didn't mean to almost flick you in the nuts. No, I came back to reality. Anytime it's an American player besides Jordan Poole's punk ass, you decide you're going to swell up. Now you got opinions. I can't stand Draymond Green. Always running his freaking mouth. And he's one of those players that everybody in the league just capes up for all the time. No, man, you just don't know Draymond like that. Draymond's a good brother. He's a good brother. Man, F that brother. Somebody put that man's head in the toilet and make sure he almost drowns first. Make him actually understand the repercussions of his freaking actions. Screw Draymond Green. Can't stand that dude, man. The way that dude plays basketball, bitches and complains, yelling, cussing out the referees 24/7. Then he wonders why he doesn't get a technical foul. Or wonders why he got a technical foul. I wonder why you haven't already got ejected, dog. You get ejected from the game. You're running around the whole Memphis, stadium a couple years ago over here, growling up the crowd. Dude, you should have been suspended for the next 3 games for that ridiculousness. Like, who's allowed to get away with that? Any other just average Joe Schmo in the league wouldn't have got away with that. But you got, an eye in the league. You know what I'm saying? Because people like Draymond Green. Because for whatever reason, people can't get enough of it in his freaking mouth. No pause, full Diddy. All y'all over here on the freaking knees for freaking Draymond Green. Like he's actually done something besides Colton and just Tarzan off of Steph Curry and freaking Klay Thompson all the way to those multiple championships. Yeah, he had a large part, but those teams were stacked. KD, large part of it too. Then you called him a bitch and you wonder why he won't forgive you. Some people aren't willing to forgive your stupid ass. Like that stuff just is frustrating. And also another thing that was frustrating was looking at LeBron. Come up, dude. LeBron rolls up, man. There is still time on the actual scoreboard while people are warming up in the arena. LeBron has a press conference talking about he ain't gonna play in the game. Bro, the game about to start and you saying you ain't gonna play. Why did you come? You're really not gonna play? Oh, I'm just letting y'all know I got some ankle and foot injuries that I'm just dealing with. Negro, please. Miss me with that. Foot and ankle injuries? Dude, don't tell me you didn't know that you had those foot and ankle injuries days ago when you got announced to the freaking All-Star game. Now, I know there's other platforms that are, pointing out these points, and that's a good thing. I'm glad that they are because they need to be reiterated over and over and over and over and over again. Anthony Edwards announced out like right before the game. So now you got two of the All-Stars, the people that were selected to be at the game. All of a sudden you find out last minute they're not going to be there. Last minute you find out, oh, I'm out. Those are exciting players. People have been watching LeBron James play for damn near 50 years at this point in time. I grew up, half of my life is LeBron. We're basically the same age. I'm a few years younger, but dude, I've been watching LeBron for a long time. And all I'm saying, man, it's an honor to be selected to the game. Take the selection, give somebody else the spot. Let somebody else play. It's freaking selfish. It's unfair to the fans and the people that pay and really actually root you guys on, cheer you on, buy your merch, support you, and y'all shit on them every year. And y'all sit there and wonder why, man, y'all don't want to support the league, man. People over here hating on the NBA ratings and stuff like that. Man, people don't want to watch the NBA because they don't want to watch y'all. You're entitled. You're babies. You're spoiled. You get paid over 40, 50, 60 million dollars, some of y'all, and y'all can't even give you half an ass effort in a freaking All-Star game. Can't go out there and play freaking 20 minutes of not even hard basketball. Barely break a sweat. No, y'all rather literally lie down on the court and waste everybody's time and think people are supposed to show up for that. People are supposed to show, like, in what reality are people supposed to support you when you literally keep shitting in their face all the time? At some point in time, people wake up and they realize this is the Truman Show. This is a facade. They're playing games. They're messing with us. I feel like there's something off in here. Like all these misplaced ads, like in the movie The Truman Show, something's off with the aura here in this arena. I know what it is. It's the effort. They don't try. They don't play. Same thing happened to the freaking Pro Bowl. So it's just like the All-Star game and the Pro Bowl. I'm not really sure. Shannon Sharp said this before too. I'm not sure what the year was, but I've been watching it year after year after year after year. And I'm not sure at what point in time players just decided we aren't going to try at all. Like what year? I knew the tackling was getting softer in the NFL, but there was a point like they were just like, oh, no. Just like basketball. At one point in time, they were playing somewhat basketball. Now it's just like, no, they're literally walking up and down the court, throwing oops to themselves. People are just watching people walk down the lane, dunk it, walk right past them. I'm not expecting people to get clotheslined, but I'm expecting somebody to jump every now and then. My God, is there that much to require out of a person who plays basketball for a living? For somebody, sort of like people who do YouTube professionally for a living, people expect you to go out and try. Give good content, decent breakdowns, actually do the homework and the research. That's why when people get exposed on these platforms for not doing so and they're full-time YouTubers, people hate their ass. Just like they can't stand the people in the NBA. Can't stand them because they're arrogant, rich millionaires who basically look like everybody else who becomes a rich millionaire. You look down amongst the peasants and it becomes the Hunger Games for the rest of us. When we were actually people who supported you, you used to be us, and yet you treat us just like you never were now. Thank you. Really appreciate that. All the humility and stuff like that. No, y'all are douches. And LeBron is going to ruin his image to the point he's going to end up like Ryan Reynolds at some point in time. At some point in time, you're going to realize, man, I like this guy for a long time, but I'm pretty sure this guy is an absolute nightmare to be around. Every time you look up, somebody done got traded. Somebody else done got snitched on. Something done got leaked. DMs, text messages, something just went awry. Players that you were supposedly cool with all get traded overnight and everything's like, oh man, I didn't know nothing about that. My God. Are you serious? The only one I don't know if he knew anything about was Luka. Everything else, getting rid of all the young core that they had before. And the same thing happened to the Clippers recently. That's the reason why Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can't even get the Supermax because he got traded from the Clippers. He should still be on the Clippers. LA had another superstar in the midst, but yet they got rid of him because Paul George. They had to get Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and all these ridiculous veterans in the NBA talk about, I can't play with young players. I ain't got many years to think about. Man, dude, talking about I ain't got patience. Like, are you going to retire tomorrow? You can't wait one season for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to tap in? The dude was a superstar year 2. You didn't have time to wait. Crazy stuff, man. Like, these people don't have functional brains. You know why? Because they ain't been forced to live out in reality. They're just the same as the other rest of celebrities and entertainers that never actually had to go out in the real world and work and go to school and grind and have real issues. Some of them did, and they forgot they were there. They're no different than the people that got all the way up to corporate from hourly level working positions and forgot that they ever worked those positions in the first place. Now they're sitting around thinking, you know what? No, they're peasants. Feed them the bird food. They don't deserve anything else. We're better. We're elite. People should just accept what we're doing, even though everybody at the top making billions of dollars has stopped trying with anything that's creative. Have you not looked at a logo, recently? Have you looked at your cereal box? Have you looked at your local stores? Have you looked at the NBA and MLB logos, NFL? Everything is simple, except for the NFL. NFL kept theirs all the same. Can't talk. NBA logos, plain. It's just like unseasoned chicken. Everything's flat and everything is the same. Everybody gets served the same food rations, the same platter of food, the same sorry square pizza on Wednesdays. That's what the NBA is delivering to you now. And that's why people don't watch. Now, people are going to watch the playoffs because the playoffs are exciting, and people watch the playoffs in any sport because that is the most exciting time of the entire year. That's literally what you're waiting for. But dang, there's people that's actually going out there to support you during those regular season games. I watch the games. I see the seats and they're filling up. Because in the games, they're actually giving you a decent, experience at the game. Watching it on television? No. Why? I don't even know half the players are not going to play until the game starts. You got 9 players listed on ESPN as doubtful, maybes, and whatevers. Then you find out you go to the game and none of the players play. Happened to me. Went down to Memphis to go watch the Memphis Grizzlies play the Phoenix Suns on my boy's bachelor party weekend. And go figure, 7 Grizzlies weren't playing. Now, they did go out there and kick CP3 and Devin Booker's in them ass with Santi Aldama and Zaire Williams and like Luke Kennard and absolutely nobody else. And they went out there and worked them. They got that dub. It was a great victory. But the point being is, why am I looking at Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson Jr., Brandon Clark, all my favorite Grizzlies, Steven, that's all of them over there on the bench, can't play. I mean, some of them suspended. Most of them were healthy. Just like LeBron over here with these injuries, man, I don't need to go back into that. But I just wanted to get this stuff off of my chest about the NBA. They pissed me off. NBA All-Star Weekend was a sham. These people are lucky that Mac McClung was there. They're lucky that the little 6'1" Mac McClung saved the dunk contest. And for idiots that have anything against what he did in the dunk contest, I'm sorry, you need to go roll back the tape. Somebody said Blake Griffin jumped over a car. Blake Griffin barely got over the hood of a car. Mac McClung cleared it with people. Not the same. Not the same. So luckily, the dunk contest has actually been good. Everything else has been pure shit. Hell, even the NBA three-point contest went back to the old days when nobody could shoot in the NBA three-point contest. The winner couldn't even bust 25. Tyler Hero won with 24 points, and they got all these special balls out there to extra pause. They got all these extra balls out there to score extra points with. And yet they still barely could make any shots. It was really disappointing to see. I don't really care about the whole Mr. Beast moment right there. That felt like that was kind of staged anyway. Anything that has Mr. Beast in it is completely staged. If you see Jimmy from Mr. Beast, it's rigged. It ain't legit, and it was pre-planned, and everybody already knows the outcome behind the scenes. So that guy was going to hit his shot regardless. Damian wasn't going to hit another shot. They more likely, hell, for all I know, they already paid Damian part of the bucket to make sure he never hit a third shot. You knock down 2, but don't hit the third. We're going to let him keep shooting, though. He's going to hit one eventually. Okay. Good. Great cause. He gets $100,000. I wonder why he got selected, though. Probably because he was probably one of Mr. Beast's friends or somebody that he knew back in middle school. He knew him. I guarantee you he had some type of relationship with that kid. But yeah, I don't know, man. That fired me up. I kept hearing this stuff. Dude, Giannis was smart enough and kind enough. Go figure. He's not from here, America, selfish country we live in. He decided, man, I'm not going to play. He knew he wasn't going to play. So you know what he did? He let somebody know, and they sat out and they got a replacement. So Trae Young got to go back to the All-Star game. Norman Powell, who was probably going to go to the All-Star game, sitting his butt at home because LeBron decided he was still going to go and waste everybody's time. Anthony Edwards was still going to go and waste everybody's time. People, they don't think about these actions and how people are actually going to receive them. They don't realize that they come off as selfish pieces of crap. And they only think about themselves, which is like, okay, I get it, man. Like, do you think about you? But it's just like these mega influencers who never think about their fan base and the people that literally made them what they are. You are nothing without the people. You're nothing without basketball. You're nothing without those jerseys. You're nothing without that name on the back of your jersey. You're nothing. You're just another dude, just like the rest of us walking around here on the court, but yet you disrespect everybody who was just like you. I will never be able to wrap my mind around that at all. I can't put my mind around that concept. It doesn't register. It just doesn't. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.